Coming up tonight on CTV News, find out how the LSC West offices are doing because of construction. And Global One Health is on campus, a recap of their visit. Plus, 2 CSU graduates have started their own business right here in Fort Collins. All that and more coming up on CTV News.
Hello everyone, welcome to CTV News. I'm weather anchor Kelsey McAllister. It's that time of year again, time for the snow to come, and this year it's coming a little earlier than usual. Currently outside we're seeing temperatures in the mid-50s, so it's relatively mild. The dew point is a little bit lower at 43 degrees. We can easily hit that tonight, so we could expect some precipitation tonight, maybe even a hint of snow throughout the evening, so it's going to be relatively chilly. We should dip down into the 40s overnight. Today we did have nice temperatures across the state. We saw temperatures in the 70s for a lot of the state, so it was absolutely a pleasant fall day. 67 for Fort Collins, 69 in Denver, 75 degrees in Colorado Springs and Pueblo. You were looking at 81 degrees. A little bit cooler in Vail. In Grand Junction, you were in the 70s. On the Eastern Plains, we saw temperatures in the mid-70s. In Lamar, you were the hot spot at 82 degrees. Tomorrow, we'll have a big change, though. Definitely temperatures are going to drop down. They should be a little bit warmer. Fort Collins, we're actually going to see about 46 degrees. This is just a little bit cooler than we should be hitting tomorrow. 48 in Denver, 49 in Colorado Springs. Vail, you're going to be about 31 degrees, 43 in Gunnison, and 50 in Grand Junction. The Eastern Plains, 54 in Burlington, and 63 degrees in Lamar. The 7-day forecast does look nice. We just have to get through this cold front first. So tomorrow is going to be relatively nice, 46 degrees with a slight chance of snow, 60%. We might have some snow rain mix. It shouldn't sit on the roads. It might stick to the grass, just some wet roads though overall. Saturday, though, things will warm up to 58 degrees, so it'll be relatively nice. By Sunday, we'll be back to our seasonal average of the low 70s, and we'll get into the mid-70s by the midweek, and so it'll be a relatively nice and cool week. I'll be sure and keep you updated this week and through the weekend on the snowstorm. Follow me on Twitter at Kelsey McAllister. Now here's Dylan and Anna for tonight's news.
Thanks for the weather update, Kelsey. Hopefully that storm isn't going to affect too many of the road closures here on out.
Definitely. How do you feel about the snow being so soon?
You know, it was really nice to have the warm weather recently, especially after those floods, but that it does raise the priority that they need to make sure those roads are getting open because people need to get in and out from their cities, and we know that road closures are no aid to that.
I'm really sad to see fall go so soon, though.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a little sad to see the warm weather go. All right, well, one place in Larimer County that is seeing the effects of the damaged roads is Estes Park, and the park is seeing a dramatic decrease in tourism. Last month's flooding caused a majority of the roads to be closed for an extended amount of time. Currently, Trail Ridge Road is the only one in and out of the Estes Park. And with the government shutdown, this road is also closed because it's in Rocky Mountain National Park. Estes Park is expecting a decrease in tourism ranging from 30 to 90%. This could potentially affect Colorado's entire economic activity and result in about a loss of $90 million. Martin Shields, director of the Regional Economics Institute at CSU, says if tourists believe Estes Park can't reopen by next summer, these economic problems are a major possibility.
The CSU Board of Governors has officially approved the on-campus stadium. Today, President Tony Frank announced that he hopes to have 1/3 of the funding for the stadium by the end of the year. The total cost of the stadium has decreased by $19 million. The stadium will cover about 1 million square feet. ASCSU Chief of Staff John Stockley says he hopes for the stadium to be more than just for athletics, and he will also include classrooms. To find out more about the stadium, please visit www.collegiancentral.com.
The Laurie Student Center is known to be the heart of the campus. What once hosted a variety of offices and food options is now a pile of rubble. As the university is funding a multi-million-dollar renovation with the building closed for this school year, many of the student offices had to move across the intramural fields to a new setup. What was once an auxiliary gymnasium is now a building purposed to support a large majority of CSU student resource offices. Amidst a complete student center revitalization, the CSU Rec Center has provided the MAC Gym as the new office space for multiple campus resources, including that of ASCSU.
I think it's a lot better for collaboration. So if I've got a question about something, I'm more likely to go talk to people about it and ask what's going on than just kind of try to sit and figure it out by myself.
When plans to move to the MAC Gym were announced, many worried it would ruin student morale within offices. However, many have found it to be the complete opposite.
I
I work with a lot of the different officers, but now I'm literally in their space. So when I have questions for the students at ASCSU, I pop right over there. And I know that I could have done that at the Student Center, but it just feels different here.
CSU allowed offices to survey the layout of the MAC gym prior to moving, which allowed offices time to accurately prepare for such a big change.
Everything was really set up nicely ahead of time, so we were prepared.
Now, it is no hidden secret that the MAC gym has brought difficulties. For example, private conversations are now much more difficult to have in a shared environment, let alone trying to get the people in to have those conversations.
The worst part is that it's really hard to get people over here because, for instance, when I was helping to do RAM Welcome and I tell people where the ASCSU office was, they had no idea what the MAC gym was in the first place.
Now, the offices are temporary as they await the opening of the LSC in the fall of 2014.
With the end goal being we get to have a brand new gorgeous student center, so we're pretty flexible. But
if you need to go to the Students Resource offices, you can visit the CSU Recreation Center. The entrance is on the east end, and a map is provided for those who may have difficulty finding the offices they're looking for.
Global One Health was in town today. Find out how they're informing students on making the world a healthier place.
And today, the Alternative Transportation Fair was on campus. Find out how you can get around and be more environmentally friendly.
Stay tuned after the break.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet.
What a perfectly beautiful little lady.
That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals.
You little rascal.
Eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet.
Oh, ladies first.
Be that person. Adopt.
This is living. Hey, kid.
To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are the #1 killer of children 1 through 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
The Alternative Transportation Fair is providing other options to get around town. CTV reporter Bryn Carmen has the story.
Today, the Alternative Transportation Fair took place.
And so it's sort of a showcase of how students can get on campus, get around campus without having to use a car.
The ASCSU gathered information about if students would be interested in a transit.
Trying to figure out what the need is for something like this, what the need is for an increase in bus routes and times and stuff like that.
Also showing them maps and having them pick and choose certain buildings they would want to be dropped off at.
It's a really cool system. It would be helpful.
The only concern with the transit system is how expensive it will be for CSU students.
They would like it, and probably they would like to not pay as much, like probably a little bit if needed, but yeah.
With snow just around the corner, this system would benefit students who live far away.
Definitely winter.
Yeah.
Because, right now I travel by moped, so winter is not the greatest season for that. So I definitely use it then.
The ASCSU have been working on this project all summer, and if it goes well, they hope to have it up and rolling within the year. Reporting from campus, Bryn Carmen, CTV 11 News.
With these new transits, everyone will be able to get around a little easier in the future. For more information, please visit parkingservices.colosate.edu.
CSU wrapped up its final day of Global One Health. Panels featured experts in both public and private sectors who discussed issues of human, animal, and environmental health. Dr. Myers of Harvard University spoke today about the new research and opportunities in issues regarding climate change and health. Students and faculty were able to engage with panelists and discuss questions and concerns they have about these issues.
Are you graduating this semester? Well, up next, how you can find a way around searching for a job after graduation.
And sports anchor Steven Starcer is here to tell us all about what's going on with CSU athletics. Don't go away.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Red state, blue state.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
One former CSU student and her sister found a way around the job search, and they want to encourage other graduating students to do the same.
Many students, Leah Brose and her sister Heather recently graduated and didn't have a clear image of their future career after school. So instead of searching for jobs, they decided to create their own.
Honestly, I never thought that I was going to be a business owner.
These sisters have a love for being healthy and saw an opportunity to not only make Fort Collins a better place a sip at a time, but to also create the first juice bar in town.
I think to be the healthiest state and not have something like this is kind of silly of us.
They say that you learn how to do a lot of these first-time job skills in the classroom, but mostly by just teaching yourself.
There are things that we never thought that we would be learning, like how to do taxes, how to pay taxes, how to do inventory, like little things like that. But we wake up every day thinking, all right, either we're going to be successful today or we're not. And so what are we going to do?
The SIP Cafe, located inside the Raintree Health Center, offers a cheap alternative to staying healthy.
Everything that you see in our cafe, we've put our own heart into it. I think it's really encouraging for other students as well, just to know, because I don't have a degree, in business or in marketing, that doesn't mean that I can't do something that I love and use the skills that I have learned from CSU.
Graduating with a degree in business will help you start your own, but there are two basic skills that will stand out the most.
The fact of the matter is if you have the drive and the determination to make something successful, you're going to.
Their other sister, who is a current CSU student, also works at the cafe and is lucky enough to not have to worry about looking for a job after college. I encourage you to go down to the SIP Cafe and try one of their juices. For more information, please visit their Facebook page, and we wish the best of luck to the SIP Cafe. Now, Stephen Starcer is here to talk more about sports.
Stephen, what would you say is going on with CSU basketball? I know there's some big news today.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, guys, the biggest news in CSU athletics this week was also the worst news. Senior guard Jesse Carr tore his ACL for the second time in as many years, and this time it was a career-ending injury. Carr missed last season when he sustained the same injury in September and had to sit out the entire season to rehab in hopes of playing in 2013. The injury occurred in practice on Monday while the team was practicing defensive drills. The sixth-year senior will remain with the program until December, having already obtained his bachelor's degree in business administration and corporate finance in May 2011. In 6 years, Carr played less than 3 full seasons due to injuries. He finishes his career with 598 points, 218 rebounds, and 204 assists in 93 games. CSU's women's volleyball team has gotten off to the program's best start in over a decade. The team's undefeated 12-0 start is tied for third best all time, and the 12-match winning streak is the longest since 2010. The team has also won 9 straight true road matches, the longest streak since they've won 11 in a row all the way back in 2003. The team is in action tonight out west in Reno, Nevada, taking on the Wolfpack. That match is going on right now. Hopefully the team can return back undefeated. The Rams will return home to host Utah State on Thursday, October 10th, and Boise State on Saturday, October 12th. Both matches are set to start at 7 p.m. at Moby Arena.
Stephen, last year the CSU basketball team lost 5 of their starters, and Jesse Carr was also going to be one of the stars of this year's team. What does it mean to lose him as well?
It's tough anytime you lose one of the players who's going to be one of the key performers for your team, but he's going to be able to stick around through December, so hopefully he could stick around and teach some of the young players some things in this program.
It'll be nice. I know Annie likes to get out to those games as well.
I'm really excited for the season, you guys.
Definitely.
Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight on CTV News. Thank you for joining us.
To keep updated on all your campus and local news, visit www.collegian.com or visit us on Twitter @CollegianC.
Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday.